All right. Shalom. First, I'd like to start by saying all praise to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Akar Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles that were well, and salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth and sincerity. Now, this is just a couple of scriptures, some stuff that was on my mind. So I'm just going to go ahead and start. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 1. It says, "Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him." Right, and the righteous man is talking about the Lord's elect, the prophets, the ones that's out there doing the work, man. Putting in this work through all seasons, like the scriptures say, man. And Yahweh, that's us, man. Starting with the elders and apostles on down, man. A GMS. It says, before the face of such as have afflicted him. And who has afflicted us, man? These elites, man. These elites had us put in slavery, brought over here to America, had us, got us, still over here. One, two, we paying, excessive taxes. We working these jobs to where, we working these jobs and shit, and these jobs is killing us and stuff, man. Physically and spiritually, man. We not getting paid like how we supposed to according to the Bible. We supposed to be getting paid the same day we worked and stuff instead of a week later, 2 weeks later, or however Esau payment system works and shit, man. That's contrary to the Bible, man. Something around this next scripture. This is Baruch chapter 3 verse 8. It says, "Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity." Right, we over here in America in slavery, serving. So we came over here in America in slavery. We still over here. We're not in a physical slavery now. We're in a mental slavery, where thou hast scattered us. Right, so the Lord actually sent us over here, man, because of what we did in our past lives, man. We sinned against the Lord, man. It says, "For a reproach and a curse," right? It's a curse unto us, man. "And to be subject to payments," right, taxes, "according to all the iniquities of our fathers," right, because we went off, man. That's why it said up in Deuteronomy 28 and 64 that we was going to be worshiping other gods. "According to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord, our power." Right, that's why it said, I'm going to just bring it out, just a quick precept. I didn't go too in detail on it. Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 15. "But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power," and the voice of the Lord is what's up in this book, man, the Bible, man, with the Apocrypha. It says, "To observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee." Right, so these curses were put upon us, man, because we weren't adhering to the law, statutes, and commandments according to the Bible, man. So it says, back to Baruch chapter 3 verse 8, it says, "According to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord, our power." Right, so it says, okay, I'm ending right there. Right, so they got us over here doing all these taxes and stuff, man. Because one, we wasn't following the law, statutes, commandments like the scriptures say, man, and stuff. But ultimately, it was the Lord's program. The Lord ordained for it to happen, and now is our time to be loosed. And Esau still got us over here in captivity, man, afflicting us, man. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 41, it says, "Thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them." Right, and that's how that's another curse that's on us. How our kids was sent all over the world. You know, hold on, let me finish it. It says Deuteronomy 28:41, "Thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity." Right. So our kids, you know, and for those who got kids, because I ain't have no kid, I don't got no kids right now. But during the times of slavery, the kids were sent all over the world, man. To other slave plantations in captivity. Now they have it to where it's called orphanages, and it's happening right now to the Latin tribes. In particular to Issachar, probably a little more than other tribes, because of what they're going through at the border, man. But there's a lot of Latin tribes getting caught up in that mess, also, man. So. That's another one I'm looking for. I'm gonna find it. 1 second. This is Jeremiah chapter 50. Chapter 50, verse 33. It says, "Thus said the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together." Right. So Israel, the whole 12 tribes, blacks, Latinx, and Native Americans, were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. Right. So these Edomite devils, we still in their hand right now today, man. They refused to let us go after they were supposed to let us go. This is Lamentations chapter 4, verse 21. It says, "Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom." Talking about you white people, you Caucasians, man, that dwell in the land of Uz. Uz represents America. "The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked." That cup is talking about slavery. So there is going to be a payback for us being over here in captivity, man. You Edomite devils, you white people, you Caucasians are going to be put in slavery for what y'all did to the blacks, Latins, and Native Americans, man. What goes around comes around. It says, "The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion." So our captivity was supposed to have been over, man. We served out our slavery. We took our punishment, man. And y'all was supposed to let us go. It says, "The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity," and that's going to be established in the kingdom of heaven. "He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom." "He will discover thy sins." Right. So the Lord going to get you Edomite devils, and he going to use his people to do it, man. It's like, yeah. Let me see. Let me see. It's like, yeah. This Isaiah chapter 14, verse 1, it says, "For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land." Right? Our land is the land of Israel, man. That land was taken from us, man, by them Khazar Jews, man. And, now they over there with them dirty-ass Ishmaelites. It says, "For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them." Right, and the strangers is the rest of Israel, man. The Israelite foreigners. "And they shall cleave to the house of Jacob, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors." Right, man. So we're gonna rule over our oppressors and put the heathen in the slavery, man. That's in the kingdom of heaven. It says, "And it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear." Right, because this place is very sorrowful. This is a bitter place, man. America, and Latin is America, bitter. People are, we are very sorrowful in this place, man. It says, "And from the fear and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve." Right, so we've been going through hard bondage in this place, man. All right, this is back to Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 1. It says, "Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no accounts of his labors." Right, because we built up America, man. "When they see it, they shall be troubled." Who? The elites. "With terrible fear," because the elites understand what's going on. The elites know that this was prophecy. The prophecy of their kingdom coming down, man. Us standing up, through the spirit and power of Shema Shai. Salakia. This phone always tweaking, man. Especially when it comes to doing the work. This is Revelation chapter 11, verse 11. "And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from the Most High entered into them," right? "And they stood upon their feet," right? "And great fear fell upon them which saw them," right? So you elites, man, the Lord put the spirit on us to go out there and prophesy against y'all kingdom. And soon the Lord gonna put the spirit on us to get that spiritual power, man. And y'all are in terror. Y'all are very afraid, man, because these prophecies are coming to pass, and y'all can't hold them back, man. So no matter how many Israelites y'all tried to kill off, give poisonous paint to when we was in them ghettos, or got this whole abortion thing going on and kill us off and stuff like how y'all did like how them dirty ass Africans did in Egypt, it didn't work, man. It did not work. All right, this is back to Wisdom Solomon 5, verse 2. It says, "When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they looked for." Right, so they look when Yahweh Shai come back to deliver his elect, man. Yahweh Shai we have the elect. It's gonna be for lack of a better term, it's gonna be it's gonna be an event. It's gonna be an event, man. This 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 16, it says, "For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, with the trump of the Most High, and the dead in Yahweh Shai shall rise first." Right, so Yahweh Shai, let me read it again. It's like it. This First Thessalonians 4:16, "For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel and with the trump of the Most High, and the dead and Yahushua shall rise first. Right, that's talking about when the Lord come back for the deliverance, man. He gonna deliver his people by way of the so-called UFOs that y'all trying to fight against, man, which are the chariots according to the Bible. It says, and the dead and Yahushua shall rise first. Right, those who die in this work are going to rise first, man. There we go. This is Revelation chapter 18, verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people. Right, that's going to be that voice, man. That ye be not partakers of her sins. Right, so the elect going to be beamed up into them chariots, into them UFOs, man. That ye be not partakers of her sins, and that she receive not of her plagues. Right, because the plagues of America ultimately is thermonuclear fire. Thermonuclear fire. That's what's coming to America, man. It says, and the dead in Yahushua shall rise first. Then we which are alive, the ones that the Lord didn't have killed off during the time of Jacob's trouble, and shall be caught up together with them in the clouds, the chariots, to meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord. Right. So I got another precept to go with this, because the elect gonna be scarcely saved, man, once the nuclear missiles hit this place, man. First Peter chapter 4, verse 18, it says, and if the righteous scarcely be saved, right, because simultaneously while the missiles hitting, the elect gonna be beamed up in the chariots, man. Where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear? Right, and the ungodly and the sinners, talking about 2/3 of Israel. They're gonna be hit by them thermonuclear missiles, man. They're gonna be melted in the times to come. All right, this back to the Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5. I'm on verse 3. It says, and they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision, right? And a proverb of reproach, right? They was mocking us and calling us niggers and shit. You know, they gave us bywords and proverbs as names, man. We fools accounted this life madness, and its end to be without honor, right? You know, shit. How Jake down now today, they don't have honorable deaths, man. They getting gunned down in the streets and being left there and shit to die. An honorable death is down for the Lord, man. It says, how is he numbered among the children of the Most High, and his lot is among the saints? It says, therefore we have erred from the way of truth, and the light of righteousness hath not shined unto us, and the sun of righteousness rose not upon us. All right, well that's it. I hope you brothers were edified, man. You know, it was all over the place to a certain degree, but you know, we was feeling probably about my shot. I hope you brothers was edified, man. With that being said, all praise to Yahweh Shai. Got my honors to the elders and apostles that rule well, and salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth and sincerity. Shalom.